Hi, welcome to the StockinetteZombies. I'm Amy, also known as J-Nitma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It, and this is episode 478. It,
Awesome.
yeah, it is firmly mid-May.
Yes, which
Yeah,
scares the bejesus out of me. I got a huge deadline coming up, so
yeah,
beyond ZK, which is scary as well.
yeah.
Just getting into the thick of it part. Soon I will be taking our lovely classes and putting them into schedules and getting those schedules approved. And then I get to share it with all of our attendees. So
Yeah. We
need
were
to.
having a couple of people last night were like, "Oh, I need to get those in." And I was like, "Yes, yes, you do." So, yeah, that was it was fun to see some faces that I hadn't seen in a while last night on VKN, our virtual knit night, which was great. Got to regale them with all of my recent adventures, which is just like, I don't know. Yeah, the crazy living the vida loca, living the crazy life. My husband had a milestone birthday, not this past Sunday, but the previous Sunday, and we had booked a few things, and then it just felt like stuff kept on, kind of like impromptu cleaning, like impromptu
Mhm.
events just kept on happening. So like we went
Mhm.
to the Warren it used to be the Warrenbergs. Yeah, it is the Warrenbergs, I think. Have a cheap movie night on Tuesdays. So we went and saw The Accountant 2. Then we went and saw Ben Folds at the Mayo Civic Center. That one was pre-planned for as a birthday celebration. We also went to a cover band at Thesis. The spoiler alerts, they were an 80s and 90s cover band of like emo pop punk, I
Mhm.
guess, which is very fun. Like normally Jeremy and I are the ones that are like into the music at the concerts, but there were like people that were like jumping up and down and like living their best life at this concert. We went to Minnesota United game against Inter Miami. We got to see Messi score a goal. It was like
Oh,
the best possible situation.
hey now,
Yeah.
talk about the other four that were scored.
I know, that's what I'm saying. We get to see him score, and then we got to see our team win.
Yeah.
So it was like the best possible situation. Also stopped by Shepherd's Harvest briefly on the way to the game. Prior to the game, Soul Asylum sang, which
Mhm.
was awesome. They had like a lawn layover with yard games and entertainment, so that was awesome. And then got to help Ellie move from the dorms into an apartment in Madison, and then we went and saw Saint Motel at the Sylvie in Madison on Sunday night.
Wow.
Yeah, I've lost track how many bands that is. Like four,
Right.
four or
And a
five
soccer
bands
game
in a
and
week.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Wow.
so action packed, a lot of go go go. Right. And then yeah, Jeremy's not in town. He's out biking, doing his spring bike ride this week.
Mm.
So yeah, it's good. Working hard, playing hard, I guess is what they
I
call that.
am very jealous of you getting to sing Wonderwall at the end of the game, and the messy thing is just icing on the cake of that
There were
day.
so many. Like I was wearing this top. I wore this to Shepherd's
Oh,
Harvest, and then there's so many fans wearing the pink Messi jerseys. I was like, I can't wear this into the game. I'm like, I gotta cheer on my loons. I gotta cheer on my loons. But yeah, we've always been meaning. Have you been up to a game? To go up to a
no.
game, and got some last minute tickets, and just made it happen, right? Like we're gonna just
Mhm.
make this happen. So that was great. But yeah. Okay. You had started into ZK stuff. Also want to remind people to sign up for the 5K. Again, that's a free add your prediction. I believe the form allows you to update it as we get a little closer. If you're feeling like you'll know closer, that helps me predict how many folks we'll have at the event and buy swag for the 5K. So please get your names in there. Obviously, sign up for or get your name in to teach a class. I think we're going to do Pokemon Go again. That was a fun pokey walk on
Mhm.
last year. And then yeah, a couple people were mentioning classes last night, so that's amazing. And then we are collecting prizes, right, for our
Yes.
and goodie bag items. Yeah.
Yeah, we have started this. It's the first time that we're getting a little bit of help. So thank you so much to Christy for taking that on
Yes.
this year. And so if you see an email from prizes at StockinetteZombies.com, that is from us and
Mhm.
Christy. And so please, yeah, if you have any recommendations, shoot them to prizes at StockinetteZombies.com. And we will take that into consideration and ask them if that's possible. So we're really excited. And yeah, it's just kind of like the endless there's always something to do for the retreat until we get there. So
Yeah.
definitely getting to that excitement part of the journey. It's not, I don't, is it the most work? I don't know. It's definitely the busiest time
Yeah.
leading up to the retreat. So
Yes, absolutely. Super excited to have everybody again as I'm doing things in the Mayo Civic Center and being near our hotel and being on the trail where we run the 5K. Yeah, it's like my people are going to be here soon. So,
yes,
yes,
soon is
very,
very
very
soon.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I think somebody last night signed off and was like, "Yeah, see you in like 30 days." I was like,
Yeah,
"It's
yeah.
coming. It's
We're
happening.
in
It's
the
happening."
teens. Yeah, we're in the
Yeah.
teens of May. So yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yep, yep. Excellent. All right. Did you have any other administrati?
Trying to think. No, definitely the classes. If you're planning on teaching one, again, it can be anything that you have an expertise in. We'll review it. We've had people teach yoga. We've had people do like some stretching. Uh, Pokemon Go, right? Like it can be anything. We have had some really fun classes come across, so it will be really exciting to get those scheduled and out there so people can see what the events are. If you're curious, because you're new, I did have a few people reach out to me. I always recommend going to the previous year's guide. So in the Zombie Apocalypse website, if you go backwards in time, we don't have a whole lot of posts out there. So
Yep.
just a few scrolls back and you will see our events and schedule from last year. That is a close approximation of what you can expect. Obviously, the classes change each time, but the 5K is on the same time. We kind of like to have our welcome event at the same time. So you'll see the kind of the standard ones, and then with the everything else kind of shifting around in the middle. So anyway, that's all I had.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, also excited to see. Would love for any of our vendors to post some previews. Last night got to see 716's show colorway on our
Oh,
ZKN Zoom. Yeah, super excited for that. It's beautiful. Already have plans to make something with it. So yeah, would love to see to get the shopping hype up there too, because the event is amazing. The shopping event is amazing, and everybody does a really great job of bringing very tempting items. I think that's what I'm telling myself with some of my low shopping at the beginning of this year. Like, oh, I'm just gonna have so much to just go crazy at our event.
yeah,
So
and
yeah.
I've been knitting with some of the people, some of the vendors' yarns, right?
Mhm.
And just you know, anytime you use some, it's like, oh, I feel a little depleted, or oh my gosh, I forgot how awesome this base is, and yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
very exciting. Well,
Awesome. All
anyway,
right. Favorite
favorite
things.
things. So mine is kind of twofold, but I will start with my work has gotten a fuzzy water machine or whatever, a fizzy water machine. And so
Ooh.
this is like strawberry flavored water with slight fizz and
Ooh.
electrolytes.
And electrolytes.
It's like a
Well,
little
because you can
selector
add all of
screen
the
and you
things.
get to
Yeah.
select. anything and everything, and you can mix flavors, and it's kind of nuts.
So
But
like slightly flat, that's also a choice.
mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah. So it was you can go fizzy, slightly fizzy, and or sparkling, I think is what they actually call it. Um, and then you can just do flat water with flavor in it. So
My office in Chicago also has one of those, but we also have a barista and a lot of coffee. So I don't mess with the fizzy water. I'm just like constantly in there doing coffee. So
awesome. Yeah,
yeah.
the yeah, if we had a barista, I'd be in trouble. I like my fizzy water machine.
Yeah. Probably maybe a little better for the blood pressure slash heart, but
Although we can add the caffeine to the fuzzy water or fizzy water. Keep
just
saying
right.
fuzzy. It's not a bear. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, on to my other favorite thing is I'm knitting on the Pagona,
Hmm.
and that's a Stephen West pattern that was originally designed for one skein of yarn. And he has an adaptation that is for three skeins. It was just an update to the original pattern, so you didn't have to pay extra for it or anything. And it's a formula pattern, right? So when you get to so many grams of yarn, you you add in the other color and you alternate skeins to kind of blend in that fade of the three colors you chose. So some of my favorite things I have in my toolkit, I have one of these little scales
Yeah.
that does weighing, and I'm
Yeah.
getting really close
Yeah.
to the 30 grams that I need. I think I'm at 34 and some change. So, so adding one of these little scales, they're really inexpensive, like $10 to $15 on Amazon,
Hmm.
uh, is really great for these patterns where it's like, okay, you can get to around this point, and then you can switch out your colors.
Yeah, it makes it
So,
so it can be more mobile, right?
yes,
Rather than like
exactly.
having to be at home near a scale. Yeah. Woo,
Yeah.
look at those brights.
Yeah, so then I chose Mitchell's Creations, and these are some of our show color or her show colorways, one of which was in our goodie bags one year.
Mhm.
So this was
Mix
from her,
Rising was one of them, right? Yeah.
yeah, so Phoenix Rising will be in this color combination. So this one is from I think 2 years after. So she did a sunset color. So this is Phoenix Rising.
Hmm.
And then she did a sunset colorway, which was mostly the oranges from this colorway. And then the year after that, she wasn't part of the goodie bag, but she did other coordinating colors for those. So we have this one here and this one. I bought at the same time. And so this is my fade.
Beautiful.
So I'm really enjoying how bright and cheery these colors are. And, as long as you're setting the markers on this pattern, it is a very brainless project. You can just kind of knit back and forth, and it's getting bigger and bigger. So it's going to have these really long progressions that I might be mad at when I get to the final one. And it does have an I-cord bind off.
Mhm.
But I am so far still loving it. So this is the
Yeah,
right side.
beautiful.
And yeah, so go check that out. And like I said, for the pattern, he tells you when to start adding in the other colors because
Kind
he
of a
knows the
mix.
percentages, yeah, of what it would be going out. So every 2 rows, you're going to start putting in this one until this one's gone. And then you're going to go for a certain amount of time. I think it's 20 grams left on this one. But again, don't quote me, by the pattern. And then you got this one here at the end. And then gives you the percentages left to do the I-cord bind off of I too as well, I think. So, but also don't quote me on that. I might be talking out of my butt on that one. But yeah,
Yes, definitely take the designer at their word.
yes, yes, please. Please don't say, "Oh, this gal on a podcast told me it was in here. Why isn't it in here?" Well, okay, I made it up. Um, but yeah, I'm just super excited about these colors, how easy the pattern is to kind of be my chill knitting. Because it's on bigger needles, it's not like when I'm knitting a sock where everything's so tight and tense and small. It's just more freeing, more relaxing. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it, at least through the first ball yarn. Talk to me again on
Excellent.
the third, but yeah, really enjoying it. And you can bring your handy dandy scale in your project bag. Today
Yeah.
it's from Fat Squirrel Fibers.
Ooh, yeah.
And then, yeah, so fizzy water and progressive patterns or patterns that are formulaic.
Yeah, yeah. I've just been in sock zone, which again we talked about last time. It's just ridiculous for me, but small portable projects and using like scraps, right? So getting the
Hmm.
multicolor and the three colorways in by doing heels, toes, and some striping on the foot. And that seems to
Oh,
be
yeah.
really scratching the itch. I want to cast
Oh,
on a new top. Oh, go ahead.
I was just, you said the five colors, and I have five colors in three colorways here on
Yep,
this one.
yep.
So
Yeah.
I'm checking some boxes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I think at this time of year, I always get in the like, can I create a top? I haven't been able to find a top that I'm interested in making with like three colorways, right? And so yeah, I don't know. It my like is I don't know if it's like a stress response or the time of year or whatever, but yeah, thinking about like, okay, I've got these three colorways. What could I potentially do with them that I'm not finding like a pattern that I want to
Hmm.
do something with? I should probably just crowdsource like people tell me your favorite
You
way to
could,
use,
yeah.
three skeins of fingering in a different in a top. Yeah, in a configuration. But yeah, so I did like a speed walk through the Shepherd's Harvest in Lake Elmo. It was like we did the math and it was like maybe 20 minutes extra between there and the stadium for the soccer game. And I was like, I could go and I could be pretty quick, right? And Jeremy's like, oh, you don't have to be. Like he was feeling bad that I was going to be moving Ellie on Mother's Day, and really like felt yeah was being accommodating, let's just say that. And I was like, I really don't need all that much time, so I walked up and down all of the barns and looked at some, some brand new to me, saw some folks that we know and love, and then ultimately what was calling out to me was when I stopped by the Nerdy Knits booth. So I was carrying
Mm.
around my Zombie Explorer bag, and all the colors were calling out to me. So this is Prismatic Shard
Mm.
from Stardew Valley. Is that right? The the game.
I'm not a player of that game, so.
um, this is Star Drop. So again,
Mhm.
kind of pulling out colors from the
Mm.
that yeah reflection and cinder sap.
Mm.
But yeah, it was a fun palette. And she's like, are
Mhm.
you? So I got two of the cinder sap.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a fun palette. And she's like, are you going to try to do something with all of these? And I'm like, well, I'll be combining some of them, perhaps, right? Like, could see these going together, or
Hmm.
yeah, like something there, like a heel toe, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, it was very tempting. There was a lot of really gorgeous stuff, but this is what jumped in. I was like, well, I could perhaps make something before our event with yarn from one of our vendors, and really enjoyed talking to them. Got a sticker that they put in a fun little um, nerdiness. So I put that on a water bottle. And then we also stopped at the the Omni
Oh,
Winery and Brewery, or yeah, winery and tap room in Rosemont. So
okay.
that got put in there. Yeah. But yeah, really, really like the space. It's an 80/20, 399 yards for 100 grams. So it's kind of got a nice twist to it. So it's very bouncy and a nice substantial fingering.
Mm,
Rather than those 465s or whatever per
mhm.
100 grams. And yeah, the obviously the jewel tones were they were a Colin. And
Awesome.
yeah, definitely a favorite thing. There was a lot of tempting stuff, but again, the speed run, like I think I went back to each of the barns twice, right? Like noted, like, okay, maybe I want to double click on that base and see. But yeah, ultimately saw what I saw, bought what I bought, and then headed out to the next adventure. We did see a sheep shearing, which is kind of like a, Hallmark, Hallmark. Is that the word I'm looking for? Like a, yeah, fiber
Yeah.
festival, yeah, staple of the fiber festival.
Mhm.
Same guy, like this time shaved head, but like the same really bushy eyebrows. I love him.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought I might want to go up on Mother's Day, but
Mhm.
yeah, just I don't know. The idea, you guys were already headed that direction for another reason. And I don't know, the 3 hours in the car just kind of stopped me. I just decided to do a relaxing day at home.
Mhm.
And it was really warm that day. So we're going to do our flower shopping this weekend, hopefully, and
Yeah,
go from there,
cool down
get
for
things
sure.
planted. Yeah.
Yeah, I was driving to Madison on Sunday with a bed in the back of
Really
our
long
car.
drive as well. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was good. Again, we went to a noodle place and got to go to the concert in the evening. So it was like again, I earned it. But yeah, no, it was good. There was a lot of folks there that I had not seen before. And not a lot of the familiar faces that we normally see. So
Oh, okay. Yeah,
yeah,
that'd
yeah.
be sorry I missed it. Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah. Yep. I
But
mean, I have if you were interested, I've got the Shepherd's
oh, fun.
Harvest little that you can take a look at who's in there. But yeah, I mean, again, it was great. It was great. I thoroughly enjoyed my brief stay, and I think it was the perfect amount for my fam.
Yeah.
Like, and then we were gonna get in line for food, and they were like, "Oh no, I think we want to go check out the food trucks at the stadium." We ended up getting like I got quinoa in a cone. I don't know if you've ever had
Hmm.
a savory cone before, but it was like, this is interesting. Of course, the pictures made it look really big. Like it was
Hmm.
like a huge cone, but they were just like these little mini cones that were dishes. And yeah, Jeremy and Quentin got buffalo mac and cheese in theirs. So
Ooh,
yeah, it was good. It was good. Yeah.
awesome.
So anyway, we didn't partake of the food at Shepherd's Harvest, but that's always good too.
Yep.
They have some great food trucks and fudge and caramel or yeah, the kind of lightly sugared corn.
Hmm.
Why can't I think of what the name of that is?
Caramel or kettle. Kettle.
Kettle corn. There we go. Yep. I don't
Fun.
eat it, so I have to. Whew. Okay. Sorry, we were rambling. Thanks for cutting me off.
Yeah,